I'm Trevor Shilton. I'm Director of Cardiovascular Health at the Heart Foundation, and I work on the Healthy Active by Design project. Good design is directly related to good health outcomes, and in particular, heart disease, physical activity, healthy eating outcomes. The bottom line is where you live is directly related to your health. The walkability, the design, the features of the community in which you live determines your likelihood of eating a healthy diet, of being physically active, of having a healthy weight. So health and your environment are unmistakably linked. There is strong evidence from all over the world that people who live in well-designed communities have lower rates of heart disease, lower rates of obesity, higher rates of walking and cycling. It's important for a whole range of health issues, but nowhere more important than in the prevention of heart disease. And we know that people who live in these communities where you can walk a lot, you have the opportunity to bump into other people, walk your dog and talk to other people, interact with people on the main street, young mums interacting with other young mums in the park. It boosts mental health and social health, a sense of place and social capital. And those things in communities are vitally important. They relate not only to health, but to crime and safety and a whole range of other important social outcomes. When you've got a lot of people around, they look out for each other, it enhances safety, it builds a sense of community and a sense of place. So people seeing each other on the street, saying good day, saying good morning is really important. And of course, related to that is the feet on the street. People are walking, and if you have good density and you have places, destinations for people to walk to, whether that's a shop or a community facility or a park, then of course they will walk. And the evidence is very, very clear on that. People are 7 times more likely to walk if they live near a main street. And that's because they've got things to walk to. So it makes sense. Eyes and ears and feet on the street are important for safety reasons, for health reasons, for walking reasons. All of these places, whether it's the train station or the main street or the facilities in the community, need to be accessible at night, and a big part of that is lighting. And so we know that people, when they feel safe, they're more likely to walk. That's particularly true with the elderly, with children and with women. So lighting in community facilities is very important for those reasons. People will walk more if they feel safe. Part of that's having eyes on the street, part of it's having good lighting. It's kind of like a global form of neighbourhood watch. There's a lot of people looking out for each other. There's a greater sense of community. There's more social capital. People get active by walking and cycling to get to places, but they also choose to be active for recreational purposes, to walk in the park, to walk the dog, to play sport. Both are important. So physical inactivity is a very important risk factor for heart disease. People who walk 30 to 60 minutes a day are 35% less likely to die from heart attack. So that's why it's a priority for the Heart Foundation. So in addition to good density, in addition to having walking destinations, you need an attractive variety of public open spaces. That can be things like street art and small parks. It's very important to also have nature. And it's important to have parks where different ages can enjoy because of the play equipment and how that might relate to the age of the child, skate parks, that kind of thing. So public open spaces, vitally important to health. A critically important point is that these healthy, active communities are also profitable communities, because with good density, you create viable destinations, you create profitable cafes, you have shops that have good turnover, you have a diversity of housing, which at the end of the day, of course, people sell and buy. So this makes sound business sense as well, and that's why developers and property owners and so forth are fully behind it. We've moved very quickly from elected officials asking why it's important to now being asked, tell us how to do it. Give us the guidance, give us the fact sheets, give us the 10 things that really matter. And that's what Healthy Active by Design is all about, is taking this from an evidence base to practical application in how to do it in communities. And I can't think of another project that's more important than Healthy Active by Design in that respect. You know, we're providing advice to people who build communities and who live in communities about how to make their communities better. We're seeing all over Australia this catch on. We're seeing communities being built which will result in a healthy future for Australia.